Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Today we're going to be introducing on Tuesdays every Tuesday at 9:45. We will have our new segment with Dr. David Markwell. Dr. David Markwell he is a counselor, and I apologize, I don't have his information. Would you get me the name of his counseling group, Josh, and tell it to me in my ear? I forget the name of the counseling group that he has. Anyhow, he will be coming on every Tuesday at 9:45, Dr. David Markwell. Today's topic for Dr. Markwell is memory. What parts of your brain? What is it, Josh? Ridgeline Counseling. Dr. David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling in McKaysville, Georgia. And today's topic is memory, how our brain, how the memory works within our brain. We're going to talk about that. Now, let me get to you here. Let's go to number 3. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3 there is Susan Collins. Now, when it comes to women, how do we know? Why is she not being held up why is this woman not being held up as an example for suburban white women voters out there? Because she spoke her own mind. You got to understand, when you're a Democrat, you do not speak your own mind. When you're a Democrat, you do not make your own decision. You do not have your own thoughts. You do not have your own direction. You do not have a belief system. Did I say that already? That is what fractures, for the most part, the Republican Party. Every time we try to get together, we all have an opinion, and we all believe, hey, we're allowed to have that opinion. God forbid Democrats would ever allow that. But because a woman, they're not allowed to believe, look, talk, walk, anything outside of what they say that's acceptable. Now, I wanted to bring that up. Susan Collins, why not? Okay, let's go with number 54. I'm afraid these people are dangerous. Okay, I just want to make a comment here. Number 54, we know that this grade school teacher in Minnesota, okay, that put out a tweet, so who's going to take one for the team and kill Kavanaugh? I'm afraid of all of this happening. They are an angry mob, okay? They're an angry mob. So who's going to take one for the team and kill Kavanaugh? And they're saying that the Republicans are trying to paint the Democrats as an angry mob, but let me tell you, give me number 10, okay? Number 10, here's Minka this morning, number 10. Republicans label Democrats angry mob. Now, you can't have it two ways, media. You can't go and put the cameras on 25 people and manipulate the picture to make it look like 10,000. You can't do that. You're the one that wants to show what you call peaceful protest with these angry mobs, okay? You want to show them, we're just responding. This is a mob and angry mobs. Okay, let's go to number 14. And this is MSNBC, the left, they've gone crazy. Number 14. Republicans labeled Democrats an angry mob, Trump said. Let's go to number 15. Chuck Grassley, Republicans labeled Democrats an angry mob. There you go, Chuck Grassley's yelling it. I'm sorry you had your eyes closed, Lindsey, but let's go to number 16. Lindsey Graham, they got him saying angry mob, okay? And then number 17, over there on Face the Nation, Republicans label Democrats angry mob on number 17. Okay. And we'll go with number 18. This is the Washington Post. The Washington Post, GOP finds its own foil to resist the angry mob. Now, sadly, we've done this. We did the show I don't know if we did it yesterday or Monday, but it's saddening that people don't understand, or they don't take the time to learn that that's exactly what the founding fathers wanted to protect us from. That's why we are a republic. A true democracy is a true democracy means every time we do something, we go vote. And they didn't want a popular vote of an angry mob. They did not want mob rule. Okay? So, I mean, take a minute and read a book. God forbid you take a minute and read a book. The founding fathers did not want mob rule. And what just took place this past week, or to 10 days, is the mob tried to rule. They tried to rule from California to New York. They tried to rule from liberal land to liberal land. And thank God, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Grassley, okay, thank God that the senators, Susan Collins and many more, did not fall to the angry mob. But when you have, and I know people won't like that I put Donald Trump on this level, but when you have an angry mob situation and you are under attack, you have to look to the general and say, what do we do here in this situation? Do we retreat? So in the entire time of the angry mob, the leadership was there with President Donald Trump. Because I've often said this, okay, if Trump does not stay the course, and Don McGahn and Brett Kavanaugh and Kelly, Chief of Staff General Kelly, this doesn't happen. And the last thing our founding fathers would have wanted to see here in this situation is for our government to back down from the angry mob. That's why we're a republic, is because we do not live under mob rule, regardless of what side it is or what the subject is. Okay? So the angry mob, and I'm glad to say that I think, we should look at, I think suburban white women should think twice about the group, that they run with, like the purple hair, pink hair, green hair, genitalia-shaped hat people, whatever they are. You can do what you want, but I don't know. All right, let's go to one more picture from the angry mob there. I might not get to everything today. Just go to number 20, and I think this is what they're most upset with today in some ranks, is Trump says Justice Kavanaugh was proven innocent. So number 20 here. Here's the transcript. If you read the transcript, the President of the United States came out last night and he said, "Thank you very much. Thank you, members of Congress, members of the cabinet, honored guests, and fellow Americans. It's my privilege to address you tonight from the East Room. We are gathered together this evening to truly momentous occasion. I have long been told the most important decision is the Supreme Court." Okay, and our newest member, Brett Kavanaugh, joining us tonight in the ceremony, sitting Supreme Court Justice. All of them were there. Every Supreme Court Justice was there, okay? He acknowledged Maureen Scalia. He acknowledged the White House counsel, Don McGahn, said thank you, okay? Very special, treasured guest tonight, Justice Kavanaugh's amazing family, okay? Wife Ashley, thank you. And their two beautiful daughters, Margaret and Liza. Thank you, he said. We are also joined by Kavanaugh's mom and dad. I would like to begin tonight's proceedings differently than perhaps any other event of such magnitude. On behalf of our nation, okay? I want to apologize to Brett and your entire Kavanaugh family for the terrible pain and suffering you have been forced to endure. Thank you, Mr. President. Okay. Our country, Our country, a man and woman must always be presumed innocent unless they are proven guilty. And with that, I must state to you, sir, under historic scrutiny, we're proven innocent. Thank you. You were. So that's his pardon. That's Kavanaugh's pardon there, okay? Put a picture of Kavanaugh and his family. I don't care which one while I'm looking at this. Our country, a man and woman, must be innocent. Margaret and Liza, your father is a great man. I don't know if you watched this last night, but these kids needed that. From the President of the United States looked down at them and said, Margaret, Liza, your father's a great man. Do you realize what the nation has been telling these two little girls? Their father's a piece of trash. He is a gang rapist. He stood by the punch bowl and poured the grain alcohol, and he gave girls pills. He had cake parties. He tried to rape a little 15-year-old. Look, do you realize what the low-life piece of garbage Democrats tried to tell these little girls their dad is? Your dad is this. He's a rapist. He's no good. I mean, they were probably ready to call in Child Protective Services for these kids. Thank you, Mr. President, for looking at these two kids. Margaret and Liza, your father's a great man. He is a man of decency, character, kindness, and courage who has devoted his life to serving fellow Americans, okay? He's on the bench now, baby. He didn't say that. I'm just throwing that in. We are joined tonight by a leader who has never wavered his support or devotion for the rule of law and Brett Kavanaugh, all right? Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Thank you, Mitch. Applause. I think that's the biggest hand you've ever gotten. I'd like to thank another man, Chairman of the Judicial Committee, Senator Chuck Grassley. Thank you. We're grateful to the senators on the Judicial Committee who fought so hard for this confirmation. Lindsey Graham, John Cornyn, Orrin Hatch. Put up. Give me number 2. It's 11 white guys if you're looking for the picture. There you go, 11 white guys. We're grateful for all the senators. Lindsey Graham, John Cornyn, Orrin Hatch, Mike Lee, Ted Cruz, Ben Sass, Jeff Flake, Mike Carpo, maybe it's Carpo. I don't think it's Crapo. I don't know, what the hell. Throm Tillis, and John Kennedy. Thank you. And thank you also, Rob Portman, who is sitting right here. Thank you, Rob, very much. And finally, we are indebted to Senator Susan Collins for her brave and unique speech. All right? When passions are most inflamed, fairness is most in jeopardy. Okay? He went on to, I was trying to find the other part here. He went on to some accolades for the justice. Kennedy, he spoke about that. Margaret and Liza's presence tonight remind us of what this historic event, all about your father, is all about. It's about what kind of nation we're going to be and what kind of country our children will inherit. I mean, this is so presidential last night. They flipped out. They said he thanked the 11 white guys. Folks, let me tell you something. There is the 11 white guys that voted to move his confirmation hearing out to the floor for a vote. Now go over here to number 1. Here's the 10 crazy as hell Democrats on number 1. If one of these Democrats would have voted to move his confirmation out on the floor, he would have acknowledged it, okay? Justice Kavanaugh came up and said, thank you, Mr. President, for the great honor of appointing me, staying steadfast, unwavering support throughout the process. He's very grateful to the President of the United States. Thank you. I am honored to serve on the Supreme Court. Thank you, John Roberts, with John Roberts. And I was trying to get down to where he thanked some people. He talked about articles of the Constitution and let's see, hopefully, he wanted to thank, I thank the members of the United States Senate, all members. He didn't leave anybody out. I thank the members of the United States Senate. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for his leadership and steadfast resolve. I thank Judicial Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley for his wisdom and fairness. And I give a special gratitude of thanks to Rob Portman, Susan Collins, Joe Manchin, okay, and John Kyle. Put up Joe Manchin. I think he's my last picture of the day over here. Put him up there, number 55. Joe Manchin and John Kyle and Lindsey Graham. They are a credit to this country and the Senate. I'll be forever grateful to each of them and to all the senators who carefully considered my nomination. Now, I don't have much more time to go into that, okay? He thanked Joe Manchin. Only Democrat who supported him, Joe Manchin. If there would have been another Democrat, they would have been on the list. If there would have been 10 Democrats, he would have thanked all 10. Let me say this. He thanked Mike Pence. Don't have time to go completely into it. One of the federal judge's most important responsibilities is to hire 4 new law clerks each year. The law clerks are recent law school graduates, and they work in a judge's chamber for 1 year. They're among the best and brightest young lawyers in America, and they become the future leaders of the legal profession. I thank my former law clerks who devoted the time and energy during the confirmation process. Inspired by my mom, who is a trailblazer for women. How can you feel any of these people are against women? A trailblazer for women in law. I've worked hard throughout my career to promote and advance the advancement of women. Women still face many barriers in the workplace, and all have responsibilities to address the problem. Tonight, I thank all my friends. All right. Let's see, wait a minute. I'm proud that all 4 of my newly law clerks in the Supreme Court are women, a first in the history of the Supreme Court. So the Democrats are messed up because they think Donald Trump pardoned Kavanaugh last night of all of his crimes and everything, investigations. Folks, I'm in fear. Let's play this video. Put up Sarah Riggs Amico. Okay. She is the number 5. Number 5. She is the Democrat Lieutenant Governor candidate. Democrat Lieutenant Governor candidate for Georgia. Sunday afternoon, this is the 38 seconds she made. Play the tape. Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks.
I always call it like, the most undervalued office in state government here in Georgia. Many people understand that God forbid you ever need it, there is succession. So if the governor is out of the state, you're acting governor, or if God forbid they're removed from office, you become the governor in succession. And I would say normally that's probably a very unlikely event, but let's be honest, if we had Governor Brian Kemp in sort of the Me Too era, I'm not sure that it's guaranteed he'll make it 4 years. Or scandals, or what have you. I mean, stuff happens.
If we have a Governor Brian Kemp, I'm not for sure he makes it 4 years in the Me Too era. Why even say that? That's what I don't understand. Why even say that? I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. We got a couple minutes to wrap up our first part of the show. And today, every Tuesday at 9:45, we're going to have Dr. Markwell with us. So take us to break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers, and North Georgia Diamond